accomplishments of this class. I'm honored to be among the first to wish you well in your future. I can also guarantee you that your parents, your guardians, your friends, and all of your relatives and your teachers are extremely proud of you. As I reflect on this group, there are many things that stand out in my mind. Sports. Lots of our Aspire students are in many of our sporting activities. Music events. As I look and I see all of the faces, I see many musicians through here. Dances. You saw some great dance moves last Friday. Field trips. I'm sure you all had fun at Maine Event. And other field trips, and some are even continuing on with our college field trip that begins actually tonight or tomorrow, I think. And especially your academic excellence. I'm extremely proud of all of you. I hope that we have prepared you for the bigger challenges of life, like high school and especially college. From my heartfelt, stop it, Dr. Taylor, here we go. Congratulations go out to you and your family. From the bottom of my heart, this group will always be very, very special to me. I'm trying to make eye contact with you. And I honestly say from my heart, I hope you will never forget County Middle School. For some of you, you may not think of it as fondly as you do high school, but I hope you'll always remember it. My goal here is to have you look back at Conley and remember it as bright memories and one of your fondest memories. You're extremely bright, you're very talented, and you're very much individuals. You have that individual determination, each and every one of you, and I'm very, very proud. Thank you.
So I guess videotaping yourself crying is probably the gluttony for punishment. Be able to look back at it later with embarrassment. So let me begin by saying that this celebratory day at the Aspire Academies it's the same every year. Okay, the worst for you guys. All right, the celebratory day of the Aspire Academy's 8th grade promotion ceremony for the class of 2017 is a day that I dread all year long. Not as you might imagine, because I must say goodbye to so many amazing students whom I will dearly miss. Although that is certainly true. Instead, I dread this day because it's the most embarrassing day of the year for me. The day that I cry more than any other staff member. So let me apologize in advance for the tears that I'll inevitably shed as I read the speech that was crying to me in the room, and for revealing my dominantly emotional side that I usually try to keep hidden. What I've noticed over the years, the 5 years of Aspire's existence, is that each class of Aspire students is unique with its own personality. This year's class of 2017 is defined by its incredible richness of gifts and talents. Certainly every prior Aspire class has had incredibly gifted students among its ranks, and several of Aspire's first class of 8th graders are graduating from high school this year with prestigious scholarships. I was fortunate to have had several of these students in my first electronics class and Aspire's first Coreworks cohort. What makes this year's class of 2017 so different from previous classes is the amazing depth and breadth of the gifts and talents you have exhibited, from music to sports, to civic engagement and activism, to creative writing, to service learning, and to math excellence. Aspire's never had a class with so much ability and so many accomplishments. Despite all of these gifts and talents, you've been incredibly modest and humble, very easy to talk to and work with, and very appreciative for all the encouragement, support, and guidance that's been offered you by your teachers and staff. You are remarkable for how much initiative and responsibility you have assumed for your own education. Which brings me to my next point, not well understood and appreciated by prior Aspire classes. You, the students of the Aspire class of of 2017 will understand and appreciate this point more than any previous class, that in the end, you educate yourself by choosing what to expose yourself to intellectually and deciding how to internalize and act upon that new information. Looking ahead as a young man, I would never have believed that, or even have conceived it. Looking back upon a life lived, I can see clearly that it was my own eclectic interests and idiosyncrasies that determined the course and content of my personal education journey, and not the hand of any one professor or mentor. Great teachers and professors along the way may influence you, and sometimes even nudge you into certain directions. But more and more in your educational careers, you will be the ones who will shape and direct your education, and ultimately determine who you will be as educated people. You will reassess, reevaluate, and reinvent yourselves over the course of your lifetimes. As highly independent learners, you are the most prepared of any Aspire students for this immense responsibility. As you continue your educational journeys and assume more and more responsibility and control of your learning, I encourage you to follow your heart as much as your mind. Reason without passion is an empty existence of clinical calculation without a sense of purpose. Don't settle for the narrow walkways or well-worn paths. Don't be pigeonholed into pursuing majors and careers that others have settled for. Instead, seek out original and creative programs of study. Demand that your education be responsive to you and your unique needs, an expression of who you are and who you are capable of becoming. With the tremendous responsibility of educating yourself comes certain authority. It is not the fulfillment of dreams that matters, but the having of them in the first place. And you cannot depend upon others either for your dreams or their fulfillment. The Aspire class of 2017 has repeatedly demonstrated its many passions, especially through its love of and devotion to Connolly's musical and sports programs. Embrace your inevitable STEM futures, but do not neglect the arts that give STEM its passion and purpose. In everything you choose to do, pursue creativity, originality, and excellence, for that's how you will make your mark in this world. If you should ever doubt that one determined person can make a difference in this world, think upon your classmate Dylan Burns' single-minded passion and persistence to start an Aspire Rubik's Cube team that, with the generous assistance of Aspire parent Mr. J.J. Olson, eventually led to Aspire selection as one of only 2 schools in the Valley to host visitors to the 2015 National Association for Gifted Children's Conference in Phoenix. Without Dylan's incredible vision and drive, the Aspire Academy would never have found itself on the national stage as an exemplary gifted program. As Dylan proved to us all, one determined person can make a difference. As you move forward in your education and confront and overcome the numerous challenges that the system will throw at you to prove yourselves, do what you've always done so well. Quietly and humbly, distinguish yourselves with the boldness and originality of your thinking and your genuine love of learning. Most importantly, pause often to listen to your passions, for despite education's overwhelming bias in favor of logic and critical thinking, we are as much defined by what we feel as what we think. So often in life, what we think is only a vain attempt to capture and express what we feel. Some of you may not feel ready for high school, but you are certainly prepared for it. Promote to high school with the knowledge that you are more than ready for any challenge, more than the equal of any obstacle, and more than capable of leaving your lasting mark on this world. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my daughter Marie for the countless hours that she spent at Aspire over the past 3 years, working late into the evenings and on weekends, helping me to help Aspire students, parents, and staff. Much of what I've been able to accomplish these 3 years has been with her considerable assistance, and I want her to know just how grateful I am to her. The sun lights the way for others, not because of any attention, acknowledgement, or reward that it will receive, but because it is in its very nature to give. Thank you, Marie. On behalf of Mrs. Mulry and all of the teachers of the Aspire Academy at Conley Middle School, congratulations on your promotion to high school. We wish each of you the very best of luck in your future endeavors, and we'll miss you all more than we can possibly express. May you receive in this world the respect, success, and honors that you've earned, and the opportunities that you so richly deserve. Thank you.